Yeah, based on some of the indie stuff I've seen today, yeah, but my whole idea of having Uplift Protocol as a serial first and then putting it on Amazon or whatever else will be there a couple of years from now, because I plan on getting this thing done within the next 2 years, if all possible. It seems to make a lot more sense because even this one series, I guess I could put this in Reader Adventures and Topic, but it looks like this is a pretty good sale on this from Joe Jackson, and it's also from which kind of book company was it? Aether, I think. They're pretty much up there with the bigger indie companies. No, not Aether, Atheon Books. I'll link their website also. I figure why not? Again, I want to try to give as much love to indies as I can. Um, but yeah, from this setup, it looks like he had released this series under a different imprint a while back, and I guess he released it with these guys. But yeah, now all 11 books are done, so I had about half the series on my Kindle anyway, and this sale is going on for like another 5 days, I want to say. Yeah, let me take a look just to make sure. Yep, 5 more days, and then they'll all go back up to 2.99. But still, this thing has a good entryway point. He made that first book free, so yeah, what? Why not? Give it a shot. Give it a shot. I always say, especially if they have the first book completely free. And it looks like he might end up keeping that way because I'm not seeing any countdown on that one. So again, why not? Seems like these guys have a pretty decent staple of stuff. They're not nearly as monolithic as Michael Andel's stuff, where that guy has so many feelers out. Like half the books I see in the indie sphere when they do pop up in search results is like a lot of his stuff. But yeah, I guess to reiterate from earlier, man, the power of the minus symbol for when you're searching on Amazon is a sight to behold now. It doesn't even matter how many minuses you put in there. I'll probably go overboard, especially if I'm going to start searching the romance categories to find things that have genuine courtly romance. So yeah, there you go. Ooh boy, it was nice to find out how this worked because it's like, yay! Now I can find some more books in peace and quiet without worrying about floating abs busting in on the proceedings, unless it's like some really off the wall sponsored stuff that shouldn't be there. I mean, I would say half of the sponsored stuff it does rotate into the genre that it's supposed to be in, but the other half of it is like, why is this murder mystery in like what's something that's set as like like a period murder mystery, like a set in say the 1900s, but yet it shows up in space opera results. Again, that sort of thing. Like some of the sponsored books, I don't know what Amazon's algorithm thing is thinking for that part of the sponsorship, but yeah, that's still a little bit of an issue. But I'm still going through a couple more clicks, and even while logged in, the main difference with all the minus power plus being logged in is you'll get a little bit more of whoever you followed. As far as following writers and everything, you'll get a little bit more of their results in your searches. But I'm legitimately seeing different people now, like or even newer releases. But yeah, I'm just glad that I'm doing all this research and all this testing out beforehand, so that way when I do finally officially publish with nice covers and all, and some more editing, professional editing, it'll be nice. It'll be nice because what I've been doing right now is every month I set aside $20 to put squirrel away over the next few years. So by the time Uplift Protocol is finished and completed on the blog, um, after it gets the proper editing and a little bit of input from some more professional eyes, I suppose, and eyes that are not as closely tied to the series as I am, I'll be able to go back and then reformat even stuff on the blog. Because again, I'll give people the option. I'll keep everything on the blog, but I'll also offer it all up in season sets. And again, since I'm new, I'll again probably offer it for like $2.99 for each omnibus season set. You know, it's a labor of love, so I don't really expect to even will be my wildest dreams to break even or to even get a bit of a surplus on it. But no, I'm just doing this because I want to, and it's a hobby that's close to my heart now. So yeah, I figure over the next few years, saving $20 to $40 a month towards covers and editing for later. Yeah, I think I'll do fairly well. But yeah, going through this, yeah, you get the usual suspects. But yeah, it's trying to think like it's been like 4 or 5 pages since I've seen a floating ab book. So I mean that's good too. Um, it is offering a lot of Fall of Pern and all that stuff also. So even while I'm logged in, it'll still offer a lot of people that are more of like the mainstays, I guess. Well, there's Jack Vance. That's to be expected. This is something new. Fuyu's Run 1, a space opera thriller. Well, let's take a look at it just for kicks. He has an orange tag in computer engineering though. Oh, geez. Or is this a woman? I can't tell by the name alone. Let me see. Rainer Yee. Might be a woman. Looking at the picture, but again, I think that's a woman. But then again, like if I do have an author page on Amazon, I'm probably gonna just use um, probably some artwork to indicate that I like superheroes and space opera mashed together. But this one says, Fu works for a government organization that fishes for diamonds from a gas giant atmosphere. Let's see. Although it's a lucrative job, he eagerly awaits retirement with his wife and children on the fertile moon where they live. But when evidence of assassinations within headquarters falls into his hand, he must run and hide. He gets framed for a terrorist attack. Okay. Well, it looks like it's like more of a thriller than anything else. But let's see. It says the sales rank is number 3 in computer engineering, 335 in techno thrillers, and 386 in hard science fiction. Yep. It actually. I'm looking at the picture now. It's definitely a woman. I think. Let's see. Yep. Something about being a mother and a writer. Yep. There we go. Okay then. Well, again, at least it's showing me new faces that I haven't seen before. That's the whole point of trying to do all these experiments, is just to try to find different people to pop up on the surface. And of course, again, there's still a lot of familiar faces because while being logged in, it caters more towards like who you've followed before, if you've followed people. So I would say there's still benefit to doing both. Let's see. Yep, there's Joel Shepard with his Spiral Wars series, which is fun. Definitely, if you like that old style space opera, military sci-fi setup, pretty good stuff. Pretty good. Let's see what else I can find. Just scrolling along here, and yeah, since I have bought a fair amount of, let's see, Atheon publisher books, that does turn up in my logged in feed a bit more often. I will still probably give the Tinderbox Soldier of Indiria a chance, even if somebody's saying it's kind of a mix of Game of Thrones with star-crossed thing of Romeo and Juliet, but in space. Saying it's perfect for fans of Outlander, Dune, Aurora Rising, and Stardust. I have read Stardust. I enjoyed that. If it's more based off the first Dune, then alright, I can understand that. I'm not too much of a fan of Outlander. That's right, that's the lady I was trying to remember from a few shows back where it's like, what's the one with the World War One lady or World War Two lady nurse that gets sent back in time to a bunch of Highlanders? Yeah, that's the Outlander lady. Well, it still might be worth a look, but if it gets too Game of Thrones set up, then I'm gonna be just like, nope. I gotta admit the cover art is pretty striking. Maybe I will use that as the cover for this little setup. Or maybe no, actually no, I'll use the other thing so that I can promote that guy's book sale. But still, yeah, scrolling through some more and it's like I would say being logged out will show me about 45% new people. Being logged in, it shows about 30% new people, and then it prioritizes, what you've bought in the past in some circumstances. But still, yeah, I would say this experiment has been pretty much a tentative success. It's been like about 10 pages now since I've seen any kind of ab books. But then I went overkill on the minuses, minus romance, minus lit RPG, minus hair, minus erotica, minus alpha males, minus shifters. So, and even from Twitter earlier, it was rather telling when I put in all those things with space opera and romance, and then only 300 plus results popped up, but it still gave me sponsored ad books. But it's rather telling that it only could find about 300 something books that didn't have like shifter paranormal IKEA crap in it. Yeah. Oof. Some scary stuff today. Amazon, you need to fix your shit. Of course, the Privateer Tales thing, like Jamie McFarlane, I see him a whole lot when I'm logged in. Nathan Lowell's starting to get more traction. He's the one that does the Golden Age of the Solar Clipper stuff. Let's see. More light in the universe. I've seen a lot of The Messenger, for the mech sci-fi stuff. And again, the usual pulp rev recommendations. And sadly, a whole lot of tradpub people that I'm not really interested in, like the woke contingent. Again, I want actual stories, not propagandizing and soapboxes. So even if you're a left-leaning writer and you still provide a fun story, I'll still look at your stuff. Which is in the case of M.D. Cooper. Cooper does have more left-leaning tendencies, but also Aeon 14 is pretty much more uplifting kind of sci-fi I do want to see, where even though the heroes go through stuff, excuse me, and the heroines, it's he, well, rather, she, I guess I should say, adds in characters from either side that, it's not just on your sleeve representation stuff. Cooper actually makes characters, so there's that. That's my own little thing on that. What people do in their private life, as long as they're not, again, hurting kids or anything, right. And again, it's just more to carry on the point. Like even on the right-leaning side, I don't always agree with everybody's opinions. But I've noticed people that care more about story, regardless of what their actual political or religious leanings are, they will actually prioritize that over everything else. So that's why I can still appreciate certain books where it's like, even though, say on Twitter, if the writer themselves is kind of squirrely, if their books just have straight up storytelling and they just want to get something out there but not soapbox about things, and yeah, I'm still fine with that. But in some cases, sometimes I'll even look at even just besides social media, I'll take a look at certain one-star reviews, especially because people who are keying in on if this person's getting too soapboxy, that'll be the first thing that pops up in those one-star reviews. Then it usually makes me think not gonna really take a time to look at this for now. But yeah, there's still people out there, even if they're a little bit left leaning, that they could still write a decent story. Like again, JMS is an example with Babylon 5. Even though he's a lot more out in the open about his politics on Twitter, he can still, set up basic story structure where he cares more about the story than the soapboxing. But it is, with all the stuff happening nowadays, it is hard to separate the artist from their artwork unless they really, honest to God, prioritize the story. Again, that's why I think that's why so much traction happens to Mr. Delarose, because some other people will see him like making memes and spicy commentary, but that's part of what he likes to do. But he doesn't always focus on, riling up people. He also focuses on hard work, getting his stories out, treating his readers with respect. Again, like as long as you pretty much follow his stories and buy his books, and you'll see that he genuinely prioritizes story and characters above everything else. Does he put some of his own like outlook and things in there? Yeah, like healthy relationships, non erotic overtones. Does he do sensual stuff? Yeah, there's a little bit of sensuality in there, but it's not like IKEA porn. He does more courtly kind of romances, in terms of like if he's going to add any romantic overtones in there, it's going to be like a Sheridan and Delenn setup, which is why I also read some of his stuff, because it's like I like that aspect. So again, I guess this is kind of turning into a little bit of a ramble, but hey, you know what? That's what my channel is half the time. We're ready to ramble, ramble, ramble. And then I have no idea what this is. This is new. The Crystal Eggs, the Perils of Space, Book 1. So space agents Captain Sundance Starmont and Lieutenant Timmy Falcon attend a gala event for the reveal of the ovarium crystal eggs, when suddenly a gang of space chickens busts it up. Oh shit, I'm gonna link this thing below. Oh god. Queen Chickadee uses the Queen Chickadee seeks to use the eggs to extract her revenge on the human race for the destruction of her planet. Joined by a museum curator, Ashman Winter, Sundance and Timmy must retrieve the eggs and save New Earth from annihilation. If you like Flash Gordon and Doctor Who, this is a series for you. Oh my god, chickens. Oh, yeah, here we go. I'll put that on the wish list. There we go. And like I said, I'll link it below. Oh my goodness. Oh. I guess that's one way to end the story. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, there we go. Oh my god. But it is kind of short, though. So I'd say if you have Kindle Unlimited. Oh wow, it's only like 27 pages. Yeah, if you have Kindle Unlimited, I'd say take a look. It's just because it seems like it's something that might be pretty funny. And yeah, there we go. It's another new to me face from Cameron Blackwell. Okay. But honestly, right now, anything that has chickens in it does give me a good cluck cluck cluckle. All right, everybody. See you later.